Hey folks, welcome back to another review with yours truly, Sam Healey. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 100 Torii. This was designed by Scott Caputo and put out by Pencil First Games. Z actually did do a review on this, but it was 6 years ago, and I just recently learned and procured my own copy of this game. So let's get down to the table and take a look, shall we? Basically, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be laying tiles, trying to connect paths back to matching symbols to get copies of those, or rather tokens of those symbols into your tableau, and then you're going to be transferring those into the different scoring tokens for the game. You're really just trying to collect different sets of these tokens so that you can score the most points for them at the end of the game. But along the way, you will be able to enlist the help of some other people that are visiting the same garden that you are visiting in order to help you do things that you normally can't do during the course of the game. And those are enlisted by spending either coins or tokens that you've already got in order to fire off their special powers. So on your turn, you're going to take your two tiles and you're going to basically place one of them, whichever one you choose, down into the garden, and you're going to choose one of the items that's on there, trace it following these paths back to the nearest token that matches its type, and then you're going to collect a number of tokens based upon how you were able to trace that path back to that matching token. So, for example, if I wanted to, I could place this token right here, and that will take this water basin token and match it to the center one that's on this starting tile. So I'll be able to take one water basin tile because I made that one connection. But because my path went underneath a red gate or Torii, then I'll be able to get +1 of the kind that I picked. So with this tile placement, I'll be able to take 2 water basin tokens and put it into my tableau. Then at the end of my turn, I'm going to draw another tile, and it'll be the next player's turn. So maybe they will want to do something like this, and they'll place their token right here, and they're going to trace lanterns back. So they have a lantern here, they follow the path this way to this lantern, so that's going to give them 1 lantern. But because they went under a red Torii gate, they'll get an additional lantern. And because they went under a blue Torii gate, they're able to take 1 token of their choice, except for the type that they chose to score that round. So maybe this person wants to take a arched bridge token for that blue Torii, and then they will draw another tile, and that will be the end of their turn. And as the game goes on, you're going to find spots where, because of how other people have placed their tiles, you might be able to score something pretty big, like this one right here. They're going to choose this symbol right here, the only one on their tile, and they're going to trace that back to the next nearest Inari token, which is right over here. And so they're going to get 1 token for providing that link, but then they're also going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 extra Inaris, and that's going to automatically turn into one of these scoring tokens that they'll be able to keep. But they also went under a blue, so they're able to choose a different one that they want to keep as well, and that's the end of their turn. And now that it comes back to the first player's turn, the tiles that they have aren't very useful, because it's going to cap off the end of that, and that might not be something that they want to do. So what they may want to try to do is purchase the help of some of these characters over here. One of them is the geisha. The geisha allows you to play not just one, but both of your tiles, but you only get to score the last tile that you placed. Now, the geisha costs 3 tokens or coins, depending on whatever it is. So I'm going to use both of my coins and one of my water pots to pay for using the geisha's power. So what they're going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and play this one right here. That's 1. And then the second one will be this one right here, just like this. Now, what this has done is it's extended the path, of course, but now I get to score this extra blue instead of just this right here. So I'm going to score these arched bridges, and I'm going to follow the path along. There aren't any other matching symbols on this path until you get back to here. Now, let's say that I had played it the other way around, like this, where I was going to score these lily basins. I would trace it back to the next one. This one doesn't count because it's not on the same path, but it would also go all the way back. So either one that I wanted to do, I could do it easily. Now, so I would get 1 for providing that connection. Then I would get 1, 2, 3, 4. That would immediately transfer into one of these 5-point tokens, because I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all together. So I get my 5 scoring token. And then I also get 1, 2 of my choice. Now I can take one of any of these except for the ones that I scored this round. And I don't have to take the same one. But in this particular case, I'm going to, and I'm going to get 2 water basins back. Now, it's important to note here that if you do want to enlist the help of these characters over here, you have to do it first, and you can only do it once per turn. But since I did enlist the help of the geisha, I do get to take one of her scoring tokens and put it in front of me as well. But that's generally speaking how the game works until, as I said earlier, this stack of tiles gets all the way down to 0, and then everybody gets one more turn, and then whoever has the most points is the winner. My first pro for the game is simple tile placement. And the reason I say simple tile placement is because I don't have to look at all 4 edges of the tile to see if it matches. Because all 4 edges of all of the tiles match all of the other ones. There's always going to be a path that is created from one tile to the other on all 4 sides. So I don't have to worry about, is this tile able to be placed there? Yes, it is. The thing you really have to worry about is this going to make me as many points as I want it to, or do I need to find another place to put it? I don't have to worry about where I can place. I can place the tiles everywhere, but I need to be focused on, is this the most efficient placement of that tile? And I like that. Now, with that being said, this does lead to a level of analysis paralysis that will be different for the players that are involved, because I believe analysis paralysis is a player problem, not necessarily a game problem. But this is like one of the purest forms of tile placement that I think I've run into within board gaming, and that's one of the things that I really, really enjoy about it, simple tile placement. And the second pro really kind of goes hand in hand with that, because it's the only other mechanism that the game employs, and that is simple set collection. It's really easy to understand how you're collecting sets. You're literally just counting up how many tokens of this you get and how many tokens of that you get. Once you get 5 of a certain kind of token, you have to turn all of those in and take one of those 5-point tokens. And that just continues. If you get another set of that same set of tokens that you got 5 of, if you get 5 more, you flip it over, now you have 10 points at the end of the game. It's not difficult set collection. It's very simple, and that's what I like about it. It's not overwrought and it's not overthought. It's very simple. My third pro of the game is how the Tories work within the game, and I also like how there are 2 different kinds of Tories that do 2 different things. The red ones give you more of the token that you're wanting to score this turn, and the blue ones give you extra ones of any of the other 5, but it just can't be the one that you're scoring this turn. And that really works well in that set collection mechanism, and it makes the puzzle that you're trying to piece together on the table that much more interesting as well, because there's the draw kind of to continue that big point scorer, that big token scorer that everybody's been working on, or there's also you can be that agent of chaos that says, no, I think we're done with that cash cow and you're going to cap it off. There's so much neat, interesting goodness in this game as far as simple mechanisms and the rewarding choices that they offer you. It's so much fun, and I've really enjoyed it. Another pro for me is the fact that it does have a very challenging solo mode. So you're basically going to be playing against Onatsu, which is a pilgrim that is going to be challenging you to a game. And I got my butt handed to me. Wanted to try it more, but basically this is the board that the AI will use during the solo mode of the game. So I enjoy that. It's a challenging solo mode. Another cool thing that I thought the game included was in the back of the rule book. First of all, it has all of this little like almanac type stuff, learning about Japan and all of the different tokens and symbols and elements that are used within the game. It gives you the real historical background of everything that's used in the game. And even the artist, Vincent Dutrait, gives you a little bit of an explanation about his inspiration and research and all of that kind of stuff on the back as well. I really enjoy it when games do that in their rule books, because it just makes the culture, the country, the reality of all of this stuff really come alive. And so I thought that was a great little inclusion in the rule book, and it's definitely a pro for me. And I did have one con, and it is one of those, I already mentioned it in the pro section, but this game does lend itself toward the problem of analysis paralysis. And again, like I mentioned before, I really believe that this is a player problem, not necessarily a game problem. But you do need to be aware that there are a lot of different possibilities. You can literally put your tile anywhere, but it might be more efficient or better for you to put it over here rather than over there. And finding those different spots and knowing which one is better and which one is worse, that's where analysis paralysis really creeps in. With that having been said, that does lend into a second half con for me. And the half con is such that you really can't plan ahead. You do have to wait until everybody has placed their stuff on their turns and it comes back to you. Now you get to look at the board state and see where is going to be best for you to play one or both of your tiles if you enlist the help of the geisha. So those are two cons that really kind of, in my opinion, match up to be one big con rather than two big cons. So my rating for the 100 Torii comes to a 8.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed this game so much. I love tile placement. I love set collection. I love Vincent Dutrait's artwork. The gameplay is fun. The gameplay is generally fast unless you have that one person that struggles with analysis paralysis. The solo mode is fun and challenging, and it doesn't divert much from the regular way that you play the game. So all of this hits on every single cylinder for me. I already purchased the expansion and I've read through that rule book. I haven't played any of the elements of the expansion yet, but I'm almost certain I'm going to really enjoy the expansion as well. This is a game that I knew I was going to like before I actually played it, and the plays that I've had since then have just only confirmed that I'm not crazy. It is a hidden gem. You should go check it out. The 100 Torii from Pencil First Games and designer Scott Caputo. 8.5 out of 10. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you liked this review or whatever you just watched, wasn't it amazing? Check out our channel, Dice Tower. We have all kinds of things. We review games, we do top 10s, we play games live. It's all about board games, but especially the people who play them. Check out Dice Tower YouTube channel.